Hi, welcome to Julius Bar. Today we're gonna talk about Shochu. So, this is gonna be an extremely Japanese-centric video, so before starting, I need to gather some special power. That's right, I have my fighting spirit band, which I think is the first thing I bought when I first came to Japan like 20 years ago. But anyway, let's not get distracted from our main topic today, which is going to be Shochu. Shochu is the most popular distillate in Japan, and it can basically made from anything you really want, as long as you use some koji, which is a special mold that Japanese people also use to make shoyu, which is soy sauce, and miso, which is soybean paste. So by using this koji, this mold, for the fermentation process and applying it to all kind of grains, brown sugar, or even sweet potatoes and probably other things too, and then by distillating the fermented result, you get shochu. There are just a few more rules in the protocol for shochu, like if you use a column still or something like that, you can get only to 25% ABV, while if you use a single pot still only once, you can get to up to 45%. Then most of the shochu is proof down to 25% anyway. Also, most of the shochu will be unaged. Here, though, I have a few samples from all around the spectrum, all around Japan, made from different distillates and a different gradation and different aging. So first we will give it a taste neat, and then we will just mix it with some green tea to see how it stand up in a normal highball kind of configuration. So let's start from this Jonnalie. It's from Hachijojima, which is an island technically part of Tokyo, but it's in the Pacific Ocean, and it's closer to Iwo Jima, if you ever heard about the story of one of the bloodiest battles of World War II. Anyway, it's in that archipelago. So this one comes from a tropical climate. The mash from which this is distillate is 90% barley and 10% sweet potato. It's also aged, which gives it this yellow color. I would think it's aged a really brief time, but again, because it's a tropical climate, probably just like in a few months or a year, they were able to achieve this color. The name of this bottle of this shochu is Jonnalie, which I think refers to the women that are waiting for their men to come back from the sea on the island. Not quite sure. There was a story about men and the sea and the wife and the island, and we read it when we bought this shochu, but we forgot. So let's give it a taste. It comes at 25% ABV, which is the standard for shochu. Being made from barley, mostly, it makes it really approachable. It has a more of a standard nose, I would say, like closer to a whiskey or something like that. Also, being aged, it helps. Really easy to drink, really caramel-like. Tastes like caramel sweet. Pretty plain and simple, but quite lovely, sincerely. Nothing wrong with it. It's not sharp on the tongue. There is just a tiny amount of funk hiding behind. Yeah, it drinks really easy. just like caramel liqueur, really. Let's pass on to the second shochu. This is a Yasuda shochu made in Kagoshima, which is in Kyushu region of Japan, the southernmost of the biggest islands of Japan. It's produced by Kokubo Shuzo, and it's 100% sweet potato. So this is gonna definitely make a difference in the nose, the smell, and everything else. I'm gonna pour 45 milliliters because then I'm gonna use it for the highball. And this, as you can see, it's unaged. Let's give it a nose. Oh my god. It smells like a bouquet of flowers and lychee, lots of lychee and tropical fruits. It's a perfume bomb. If you ever had like those Lush bath bomb where you throw in the bath and they explode, something like that. It's extremely perfumey. Actually, I think it will match well with some Saint Germain in a cocktail. Tastes like rose water, a bit sharper because it's a new make basically, it's unaged, just tastes like perfume. It's insane. Yeah, totally something that you can make a good cocktail out of, and something really, really different from this first one. Let's go on to our last shochu for today. It's this Tokachi from Hokkaido. This is a bit different. It comes at 43% ABV, so it's like the maximum alcohol level you can get from a shochu. I'm gonna pour only 30 milliliters of this. And the mash for this one is also quite different. It's made from soba, which is buckwheat, and rice. It's also aged 5 years. Even though it's aged 5 years, as you can see, the color is a little pale because it's produced in Hokkaido, which is the northernmost island of Japan, and it's really cold. And so probably even though they aged 5 years, the barrel had a lower impact on the aging process. Smell like actually fresher than the other ones. More like a pear, nail polish, definitely nail polish. The impact on the mouth is definitely more akin to something like a whiskey. It has a longer finish. It's definitely still simple though, and still a bit bitey. The nail polish, it's also on the palate, but it lingers on, so that's not bad. So now when we try all this neat, let's mix them with some green tea in a highball configuration. I'm gonna do equal parts for the 25% ABV shochu, and I'm gonna do 2 parts of green tea to 1 part of shochu for the 43% ABV. Green tea in Japan, if you don't know, it's pretty different from the green tea I saw in other parts of the world, especially in Italy. In Italy, green tea is just marketed like something like that's more like a healthy alternative to black tea, but it's not that much different. People still use sugar in it. Green tea in Japan is what people will say tastes like asparagus boiling water. Most foreigners hates it, and I used to hate it for the first couple of years I was here, and then I started loving it, and now actually the stronger it is, the more I like it. And especially this brand Oi Ocha, which I guess he has a Guinness record for most sold green tea in the world, or something like that. He has a Guinness record. It's the most real bottled green tea you can find. So now that we also introduced the green tea, let's get some really big ice. I want some especially big ice because the cocktail we are making is pretty light, and if we dilute it even more, it's gonna lose completely the flavor of shochu, and then it's not gonna be fun. It's just gonna be a bit of tea with some alcohol in it. Actually, I would say that in Japan, people have a pretty good ice culture, and even in most cheap bars you're gonna end up to, they're gonna serve you some really big rock ice. Unlike in Italy, where ice is really not considered a priority by most people outside the bar industry. So I'm gonna add 60 milliliters of tea to this 43% ABV. While I'm gonna add just 45 milliliters to match the amount of shochu in this 25% ABV. Let's give it a quick stir. Again, I'm gonna be quick because I don't want to dilute too much our drinks, which are already relatively light. Just wanna make it a bit cold. So let's give it a try and let's see which one we prefer with green tea and ice. So let's start from a Jonnalie from Hachijoshima, made with mostly barley and some sweet potato. Again, really caramel-like, pretty nice and easy to drink. Yeah, this is rose water. It's insane how much rose water this thing is. Or lychee also. Yeah, I don't know. It's good, but in this context it's not quite my jam. Or not quite my tempo, like that asshole in Whiplash was saying. No, actually the actor is really good, but I hated the movie. And then let's try this Tokachi from Hokkaido, which is made from soba or buckwheat and rice. Pretty neutral. Kinda disappears. I put more tea to match the alcohol content of these other ones, but I guess it might have diluted it too much. Yeah, it kinda disappears. The only note that's left is the nail polish. So not exactly the most pleasant. In the end, I think this Jonnalie is the best one for drinking. My favorite. I guess I don't have a refined shochu palate. Or maybe just because it's mostly made from barley. Barley equals whiskey, and I'm more accustomed to. Yeah, this is a pleasure to drink. These other two, a bit on the hard side. I'm pretty sure this will be coming back. I really want to make some other cocktail with this. But in this context, it's too perfumey and too floral, bouquet, tropical. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back here. And this one, yeah, kind of disappeared and not too much flavor at all in the end. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Stir yourself a Japanese drink, and I will see you next time. Cheers. The impact on the mouth